the danger of building alone. So this is a concept which I've struggled with myself. It's a concept which is very common and apparent among entrepreneurs and professionals around the world. It's something that I want to try to provide a solution to. So let's explore the concept here, the danger of building alone. What does this mean? It means that you're doing something and you're doing it alone. You don't have a community, you don't have any support, you don't have any accountability. It means that if you're a business owner, that you don't have a small group that you are regularly in contact with to help you and coach you and support you and to help make sure that you're realigned. Maybe you do what I used to do, and that is to hire coaches to try to help me. I used to hire coaches to try to help and support me, but the problem there was that the way that the coaches worked, and you might find the same yourself, is that often they ask you what your goal is that you want to achieve, and then they help and coach you towards achieving the goal that you set them in order to justify their fee, and then for them to measure their progress that, hey, this is where we were, this is where you want to be. It justifies the amount that you've paid me. I have experienced that a lot, but the reality is that my goal was not rooted in anything meaningful, and ultimately it resulted in failure for me. Rather than having a small group where there's not necessarily a financial incentive for people to coach and mentor you, but more so because having a transaction and paying for something, you take it more seriously, kind of thing. So it is important, but it's to have someone to actually tell you if you're misaligned on who you are here and what you're doing outside there. That is one problem that maybe you've experienced, or I know I have certainly experienced, when you have a business and you're trying to operate. You never really get the full connection with your staff and employees unless you have intentionally built your culture around fostering these good relationships, because from my experience, everything as a freelancer and in my marketing agency was based on transactions, return on investments, cost per hour, these kind of things. So naturally the clients that I attracted wanted a return on investment. They viewed me as nothing more than a return on investment or numbers on their financial sheets. The freelancers that I hired viewed me nothing more as trading their time for an amount of money and how much money they get from me. And so naturally in those cases here, that you feel alone all the time, because if you want to confide in people on your team, if they view you only as a transaction, they're going to treat you very differently, which I found, which wasn't good. And then with clients that you work with, if you have a high ticket offer and you're a service provider, the way that interaction is going to be transaction based, so it's not deep, it's not honest. If you work with coaches and try to have coaches based on that transactional interaction to start off with, they're going to ask you what your goals are and help you achieve your goals, which might not be the right goals. So those are three of the problems that I've personally experienced and that you might have too. This then directly ties into there is a loneliness epidemic, especially among the so-called successful people. So people who look externally successful are often very lonely. It's lonely at the top, and that's these are the problems. What's the solution? I can go on and talk all day about the problems. What's the solution? Well, the solution first of all is that you need to find meaning and purpose in what you do, in your day-to-day, moment-to-moment actions and decisions in your business. You want to turn the ordinary and the mundane into the extraordinary and into acts of worship, and you do this through the pursuit of becoming Christ-likeness in your day-to-day, moment-to-moment things that you do, the pursuit of excellence, extravagant love, and how can you be a blessing to as many people as possible, the pursuit of having integrity in everything you do, even if it's against your self-interest, is the pursuit of humble service and radical generosity, and treating people as humans and focusing on how you can help people rather than just getting money from them. And when you do this in your day-to-day basis, you become attractive and a magnet, and people are going to be drawn towards you, which is how you can share kingdom. You can have a kingdom impact by doing this. That is the day-to-day. You then want to align that with a big picture, ultimate life business vision, which is rooted in God, which is infinite, timeless, and perfect. And then you want to set yourself your daily, weekly, quarterly, annual goals, whatever it is, based on targets which align with kingdom impact, and that is what will give intrinsic meaning and purpose to the work that you do. And when you do this as like a fundamental core part of your business from the bottom up, that is going to then exude outwards, and it's going to attract the right people to your business. You're going to have joy, fulfillment in everything that you do. Well, the problem is, why aren't more Christian businesses doing this? Well, there's a lot of reasons that the secular marketplace does not align with this, and also that they often feel alone. They feel alone when they do it. There's no support, there's no accountability, there's no one there to help them through the tough times, which again is the importance of having this community and a supportive network around you. Again, as I mentioned before, it can be, you can have this supportive network through your church, or it can be some part of a community that you're part of. Okay, that's all. See you next time.